Good morning once again. It is time for the Morning Mindset edition of the Live, Build, Change podcast, and I am excited to dig into the things that we have for this morning because we are talking about God. I mean, that's an exciting topic to me because God is everything that matters. And we've been curious these last few episodes about what it means that God revealed himself to Moses by the name that he did. The name God revealed was the Hebrew word Yahweh, which literally translated means I am. And since God does nothing by accident, everything is intentional, we know that he had meaning, he had purpose in describing himself by that name, by identifying himself in that way. And so what does that mean? Well, I've been talking about a few things, and today I want to highlight that I believe when God says that he is the I am, that's his name, he's saying that everything that is not God depends totally on God. He is the primary thing in the universe. So that means that the entire universe is utterly secondary. It came into being by God, and it stays in being moment by moment on God's decision to keep it in being. I mean, these days you hear a lot of people talking about the universe willing something. Oh, the universe brought that to me, or the universe showed me this or that. Folks, biblically speaking, the universe is a created thing like a rock. It's just bigger. It's just more complex. But it's a created thing. It doesn't have the ability, the capacity to will something for you or to cause something to happen. God is the final cause. The universe, not being God, is totally dependent on God. It's secondary. That means that we too are totally dependent on God. We talked a few episodes back about how God is entirely independent. And him being the creator of all makes all creation dependent on him. And that includes us. So as you look at your day and you look at the life that's been given to you, we've been taught, especially in Western culture, to be independent, to work hard for ourselves. You hear the phrase self-made woman or self-made man. Those are reflections of our culture, that we are to be independent. We are to work hard of our own accord to get somewhere in life. And please understand, there is a sense in which independence is, I believe, a reflection of God. And we live it out in terms of God's character, is God's image in us, rather. We reflect him by being independent in some ways. Independent of others, self-starters, responsible, those kinds of things. But when it comes to our role as a creature before our Creator, we are to be fully dependent on him. We are to rely on him for guidance and wisdom. We are to rely on him for our strength. We are to rely on him as the source for our living because he lives in us. You see, Jesus said it this way in John 15, we are to abide in him. We, as a branch abides in the vine to gain its life and its strength, we are to abide in Christ. And so God is our source. We are dependent on him. So today, don't you dare tackle this day in your own strength. Take some time right now to humble yourself, submit yourself under God's mighty hand, and affirm that you will depend on him in this day. Let's dig in a little more into the sixth reason that God reveals himself as I am on tomorrow's Morning Mindset.